Dear beloved President McRobbie, as you well know, commencing as literary societies to aid the university's academic spirit, conjoined to her as a spiritus inseparabilis, without which she would wither and fade into the abyss like every other modern and impoverished institution of our beloved country. The Greek fraternity and sorority system is now well joined to the modern university's hip. They aren't going anywhere. With this in mind, fraternities and sororities constitute and are placed for good or ill within the broad sphere of a university's common good. Healthy, wholesome, and enriching fraternities and sororities further the ends and the good of the university. The contrary situation, however, results in fraternities and sororities parasitic to the university, leeching the life out of the university and inhibiting the realization of her ends. As the recruitment process, or rush, determines the members and ergo has of these institutions, and ergo has an incomparable influence upon the spirits and health of individual fraternities and sororities, it is vital that this process be safeguarded. Here we present to you a history as well as an analysis and solution, and several solutions, to current sororities at this university, namely Indiana University.
Literary societies were the first social organizations at Indiana University. The first literary society at IU was the Henodelphosterian Society, which was founded by Baynard Rush Hall, the first professor at IU. In these societies, students participated in debate, public speaking, essay writing, and music. And by the 1850s, these groups dominated the intellectual and social life of the university. Due to sexist attitudes that existed at the time, women were not permitted to join many of the literary societies at IU, which included, by then, the Athenian and the Philomatean societies. This caused Sarah Park Morrison, IU's first female graduate, to form the Hesperian Society in 1870. After enjoying a period of dominance at the university, the popularity of literary societies at IU began to decline by the end of the 19th century. This decline was due to a shift away from the classical curriculum, the increasing popularity of college athletics, and the rise of fraternities and sororities. The first fraternities, or Greek letter organizations, at IU included Beta Theta Phi, Phi Delta Theta, and Sigma Chi. And the first sororities were Kappa Alpha Theta and Kappa Kappa Gamma. Competition initially for freshman recruits was fierce due to the desire of Greek letter organizations to acquire funds to pay for their chapter houses. The term rush came from the annual tradition of Greek letter organizations literally rushing to get to new freshman students so they could convince them to join their organizations.
While Greek life has become a dominant way of life on campus, it's not without its problems. One challenge is the recruitment process for women's Panhellenic sororities. The first challenge faced during the recruitment process is non-house chapters are at a disadvantage because they have no choice but to host recruitment events in public places such as the Indiana Memorial Union or Residence Hall conference rooms. In contrast, not that they should be blamed, housed chapters have the luxury of hosting recruitment in their luxurious mansion-style houses. While a potential new member shouldn't judge a chapter based on housing accommodations, some women might. A solution to this problem is to require all chapters to host recruitment events in public places to redirect the focus not on the physical beauty of a home, but on the personalities and values of a sisterhood. The second problem is rather basic and easily remedied: the weather. Many women find the time of year recruitment takes place to be very undesirable. Rush starts at the end of winter recess, meaning women return early from break to set up and participate. An additional inherent problem with this is facing brutally cold temperatures in January while walking from house to house and waiting outside the houses while the sisters set up. The third problem with recruitment is the lack of standardization. The process of rush could be thought of as a series of job interviews. Therefore, chapters should require sisters to ask the same sets of questions to all women rushing to ensure that everyone has the same experience and receives equal and fair attention. The last problem is equally as simple to remedy. The lack of advertising and marketing for recruitment means many women miss the deadline to sign up, don't realize that there is a fee of $75 to participate, and end up ultimately losing their chance to go through recruitment and join a sorority.
After considering our analysis of the problems and recommendations for their remedy, we hope that their implementation will find its way into your ineffably heavy workload as a project worthy of your office's attention and care. Thus, might certain notoriously rowdy institutions find their way to contribute to our endeared alma mater.